Hi, it's Andrea with Eggert Equine Therapy, and I have Frosty with me today. We're going to talk a little bit about the TMJ joint, or the jaw. So the TMJ is short for temporomandibular joint. It's where the temporal bone of the skull connects with the mandible, or the lower portion of the jaw. So this is classified as a hinge joint, but it also allows side-to-side action, so your horse can chew their food and start the mastication process of digestion. So it's a pretty important joint. I will often see tension here will also travel up into the pole or even down into the neck and shoulders, are common places that you'll also find tension if your horse is tight in their TMJ. Also the hyoid can hold some tension too. So causes of TMJ stiffness or pain could be dental issues. That's the first thing that I usually ask my clients, is your horse due for dental work? Because that will absolutely cause TMJ pain. If they have ill-fitting tack, if their bridles are too tight, tight flashes, or even buckles sitting on bony prominences can cause tension in the TMJ. Your bit fit or using too harsh of a bit can do that. Even halter fit. I will often find horses wearing super tight halters, which is more important if your horse wears their halter outside maybe, or even in their stall, or anything other than just leading them here and there, or for grooming. If they're wearing that for any length of time, it's really going to restrict their jaw movement, so that will of course cause tension. Stress can cause it, of course, too. Any stress or tension that your horse is holding, they could be holding in their jaw, just like we can hold tension in our jaw. I know I tend to do that. So those are some of the causes that come to mind. And then, of course, vice versa. I said it can cause tension in the neck. If you have a horse with tension in their neck, that can travel upwards and they can hold it in their jaw. So if your horse has tension, I did want to show you a little bit of an exercise that owners can do. And it's really simple, just taking your fingertips and very lightly just doing circles over the joint. And you can even do this, I'll go faster than I normally would in therapy, but you can do this all the way down along this bone here. And if you feel like the jaw is holding, if you're holding tension in the masseter or the cheek muscle too, you can do this all the way through this whole muscle. But I usually do start right up at the joint itself and see if we can relieve some of that tension. And this is something that you can do any time of day. You can do it when you're grooming your horse, you can do it after a ride, before a ride. Any time is really fine for this type of technique. So again, we're just doing very gentle circles. You can use 2 fingers if you're more comfortable with 2 fingers. I just like to use 3. And you would continue doing those circles around until you feel like your horse has a release, or if you're not quite there, then you can, this is something that you can do regularly until that area softens. Or you also have to correct the problem. So if there are other issues going on, like those causes that I talked about, those need to be corrected, or your horse will continue to hold tension here, and then it will continue to travel and compensate through their body. So just like anything else, we need to address the problem and then work with the body work to help resolve the issues that have happened. So I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, of course, I'm always here to answer them. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe for more tips and tricks on how to keep your horses healthy, and have a great day.